We do the greatest show, Christmas edition.
Wow.
On the greatest show, I get to show up the greatest people and have way too much fun doing it. And today I have a whole bunch of hooligans with me. Let me introduce Enzo Lima, Alesha Teitzel, Alan Slagorsky, John Ashford, and John Wheeler to the show. Welcome, guys.
Thank you.
Hello.
Thanks for having us.
Jingle bells. Woo, woo, woo.
That intro was way more intense than I was expecting.
I got
Like we're in a wrestling match or something.
I was like,
the opening song pumped me up.
total blackout. Then it's like, oh, intro video. Got it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Did I just get kicked off? I don't know.
Okay, so one of the reasons I wanted to do this show was we know that everyone celebrates the holidays differently. Some people love it. Some people, maybe one of the people here, don't love it. People have difficulty and they have fun. They have family traditions, and I wanted to just have this light and playful, and we can get intense and serious if we need to. But I'd love to hear from you guys about Christmas, about traditions, any like funny stories you have, or anything that you guys are creating especially this Christmas, because it's kind of an unusual one. So I'm gonna just go around and randomly like call out people. Enzo, you go first. Do you even celebrate Christmas in Brazil? You must.
We do. Actually, we love, most of us love Christmas here. And my family, we are like Italian immigrants, like from a long, long time. So we have a lot of food and a lot of like booze.
Ooh.
Yeah. So it's like pretty great in the sense of food. My family always gathers like every year, so I get to see everybody, and almost every time it's fun. And yeah, it's not one of those families where people go like cussing at each other. So we have like an almost peace environment. So that's cool. Yeah, actually, I like I really am really neutral about Christmas. I really don't adore, but I don't hate it. It's like, oh yeah, it's here. Let's party. Let's do like lights and like.
He froze.
Did he froze? I was just gonna say, like, for somebody who's fairly neutral for Christmas, he's sure decked out with, he has a Christmas light necklace. Like, that doesn't scream neutral to me. But I love it. I want it.
I think I told you your pajamas, Alan.
It's actually the lights from my tree that I took off and just like wrapped around. I'm actually very hot in it. Like, it's actually burning my skin. But
yeah, that's probably not the safest. Yeah.
You can take it off.
No, it's not so bad. It's like warm. It's that like Christmas vibe. So
it's like drinking a nice hot chocolate that just slowly burns your skin.
That's it. But this is colorful, and there's that phrase like pretty hard. So whatever. And like people in Brazil love to do Christmas because we get to buy a lot of stuff and decorate our houses, and like people can get really like big with the decorations in their houses. They put like Santa Claus, like big statues of Santa Claus and reindeers and a lot of like different stuff. So it's pretty cool, actually. We don't have snow here though, like in most of the country. But yeah, I think that spending Christmas when you're a child in a country with snow must be very cool.
It's kind of magical.
Yeah, I can't really imagine Christmas without snow. I've never had a Christmas with no snow, so that's just sort of part of it. I mean, I live in a cold part of Canada, so that's sort of normal here. But it's not only Christmas where there's snow and it's cold.
Yeah. Well, I asked Alesha, like, how do you decorate in Australia? Like, what? Like, you don't have mittens and like ugly Christmas sweaters.
You have a Christmas cacti.
Christmas cacti.
Alesha, tell us
Alesha
about
has
your
been
top
dreading that
Australia.
question.
What was the question? I heard a few questions. No, I never had a Christmas cacti, although that would be oddly satisfying for some people in my family, I'm sure. Like to give us gifts, you know?
Okay, Alesha, so how do you celebrate Christmas? How much, like, tell us how much you love it. I know it's one of your favorite holidays of all time and everything.
Does Alesha hate Christmas and nobody told me? Like, is this an inside joke? I don't know Alesha well enough to know if she likes Christmas or not.
Yeah. Well, I have 0 decorations in my house right now.
Okay. So you're neutral, like Enzo.
No, he has. Look, I bought a Christmas outfit. You know, I'm like, I'm gonna do this thing. I'm gonna get into the Christmas spirit for Cass. You know, Christmas in Australia is very different. It's hot. It's steamy. There's like a bazillion flies everywhere that want to eat your food before you do. We generally go out. As a kid, we went out and we chopped down a Christmas tree and we took it home and had a blow-up pool, and we spent most of our days in our swimmers jumping in the pool and out of the pool and eating way too much food and then asleep by kind of like 3 o'clock in the afternoon under the air conditioning.
What is that? What a way to live.
So
reality.
Christmas, you need like tobogganing and, like Cassie said, mittens. For some reason, mittens are essential for Christmas. Yeah, we'll just go with it. There you go.
Yeah.
That's
and,
great.
and especially the way the Canadians say mittens, you know, mittens.
Mittens. Well, there's two T's in it. You can't just ignore them.
Mittens.
I think in the US they'd be like
a
Mitten.
kitten. It's a
Mitten.
kitten.
There was always a lot of motorbike riding, crazy fun in drinking down at the creek. I remember one time my grandfather, he like was doing a cheers and he stepped backwards and fell backwards into the creek. It was brilliant. Saved his drink, saturated himself. That's probably the highlight Christmas. Yeah.
It's like your Christmas highlight reel.
The end.
The end. Okay, Alan, tell us about you. Tell us about Christmas for you.
Well, I'm pretty neutral for every other holiday, but I do enjoy Christmas. And one of the reasons is because my birthday is the 27th. So it's sort of like Christmas and my birthday. So I sort of get, this nice time and everybody talks and looks at me and I get all the attention. So it's wonderful. Jesus can't have all the attention. I'm 2 days after. No, but I like What?
You like? No, I have like a birthday idea for you now, but I'll do it later. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's gonna be great.
Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I love Christmas. I send Christmas cards out, and I have Eastern European background, so we do Christmas on the 24th, and we have this awesome meal of breaded fish and potato salad, which sounds super random, and it really is. But it's so delicious. It's like the best. You don't have that potato salad on any other day of the year, so it's my favorite.
Did you say breaded fish?
Yes, breaded white fish. Yeah.
So you don't do turkey?
No.
Oh, just the fish, huh? Wow.
Yeah, so breaded fish and potato salad, and then usually some vegetables. But those are like the two main things, and that's traditionally Czech and Croatian. I just learned today. So yeah, I don't know why, but the best thing when I was in the best Christmas that I can remember is when I was in Prague, and it's so beautiful there, and they have like on the street corners and the downtown area, they just have these big like pools, probably what Alesha would use to swim in Australia, and they just have like live fish, and people just go and like get the fish, and they like take it out of the thing and just cut it their head off right there, like right on the street corner. And it's like so normal. They just like throw the guts in there. It's like this Christmas tradition. It was so foreign for me when I was there. I was like, don't you have like a fish market that you can do this in? It's just you're just on the side of the road. Like, is that okay? Like the whole city has just decided that that's okay.
Like plastic rubber blow up things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they're blue. They just put them on the street. These like fish vendors, right? And so, and when my dad was younger, they actually didn't kill the fish. They just gave it live, and they swam in my dad's bathtub like before they. Yeah, I know. So for me, my Christmas is very tame in that we already have the fish, like, you know, it's butchered or however you call it, and the bones are taken out mostly. You know what I mean? So I'm not handed like a live fish, and it's like bread this. So yeah, that sounds easier Christmas for me. Yeah,
I love it. Yeah, John, I want to hear from you. Tell us. I bet there's delicious food going on. Oh, John Ashford. Sorry, I'm going in like a thing. But maybe we have different.
Yeah, I like to drink a lot during the holidays.
Yes, brother.
You know, a martini or two not bad for you. So, but for me, I grew up in Chicago, so fortunately, we got the Canadian wind because Chicago's one of the furthest largest cities in the north, and I had that experience like Alan. I did not know Christmas without snow. We had snow all the time, but my mom would cook, and so that's where I got that from. So I love Christmas. I love that shit. You know, we had fun. You know, it's just my brother, my mom, and dad. We had a lot of family members coming with the week, and I was raised Catholic, so I was in the seminary. So that Jesus thing was something that was really, really big back then.
So you didn't celebrate Alan?
Well, Alan, I'm going to add that to the calendar today, the 27th.
Okay, yeah.
Alan and my sister-in-law have the same birthday, so it's kind of, I won't forget it now. So Alan,
well, that's awesome.
I'll probably call you on your birthday. But, hey, happy birthday, buddy!
Thank you.
But I changed once I moved out to the West Coast and to the state of Washington with my kids, because then we watched the Griswolds. When my kids got older, we started making eggnog with real nog, like, you know, like Jack Daniels, like a bottle of Jack Daniels, a half a cup of everything else. And cooking.
Enzo likes that. Look at his face. He was like, yeah.
Sorry, you're going to have to send that recipe out, John. You just perked my...
I will.
Right, John, with your cooking experience, you can like give the Aussies or this side of the world some kind of idea about what.
So what I'm doing, I'm doing live every Tuesday this month, and I'm doing a recipe. Like I did mincemeat pie last Tuesday. I'm actually going on after at 6:30 tonight because I have a crew of people from Chicago actually help me out with this now, and I'm actually doing Dane's artichoke dip. So, but I cook just because I add crab to it. So it's like I made it a little bit more orgasmic. But what I'm saying to that is that food is a big thing for me. I send out gifts of food, cookies to people. I really like this holiday, and it's not the religious part of it anymore. It's more of, it reminds me of, I wish that all people could be kids at that. I wish for the month of December, everybody could just turn into children. Yeah. And that they're actually not like cool children, like not the bully ass motherfuckers, but the people that are actually, I hope I could say that, but okay, sorry, I didn't. Okay.
Do it.
I celebrate the kid in me during December. So I love that, you know, dressing up. I played Santa a couple of times. I went to places and I played Santa Claus. And it's just something and on Christmas, like this year. So some of you guys who know me, I actually, like, I work in the county, so I have 2 daughters that I adopted that they actually were supervised. I supervised, and they actually come part of my family. So we have like, don't say anything. We're having like 13 people at the house, and we're like, oh my God. Tori's like, but don't say anything. I guess people know, fuck them.
Don't say anything, people.
Don't tell the world.
Yes. But anyway, the whole idea of being together and celebrating oneness is what I've changed the holiday. It's like oneness and being a kid. I never grew up. I think something happened along the way, and I was like, Christmas is actually that way of plugging back in to be a kid for the month of December and then further on. So, and food, you have to have all different. And so the other thing is like when I was talking about fish, we didn't have, as African Americans don't usually eat the same standard, even in the United States, the same standard meal that other people have. Like we'll have cornbread dressing. We'll have this thing called chitlins, which is the guts or the intestines of a pig, which is really big. I know that sounds like, but it's some other shit that we eat that's different. So it's like, that's the other thing too. Like that I'm married to Tori, going and watching other cultures, how they eat and what they, I mean, I like that shit because it's like, wow, the celebration of oneness of who we be.
Yeah. We love it.
I love that. Thanks, John.
Yeah.
Yeah. John Wheeler.
My turn. No. I was actually thinking about this today because I just spoke with my family this week, to plan for Christmas. But we have breakfast every year. Like we'll do a Christmas breakfast, which used to be my grandmother, but she moved out of the state. So now I have her house. I'm renting from her. So that means I somehow became indebted to, do all of the holidays at my house. I have the biggest house, so you gotta have your, decorations. But it's actually really nice. I enjoy Christmas here. We do the breakfast and then we'll do dinner at my mom's house, and then we just stay up and play board games and whatever, typical Hasbro family night. Make fun of each other. Sometimes we'll watch family videos, but usually it's just us hanging out and drinking.
Family videos? Like
the old fashioned carry around a video camera and videotape kids.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we still have those. And my dad actually has some of the older ones where you actually would have to put them on a reel, then it would have to feed through. But we have a projector that doesn't work. So,
John, you're probably the cutest kid.
On that. I was tiny. I was a tiny little thing. Now I'm not so tiny, but to put it nicely. But this year, for some reason, we're doing lasagna for dinner, which is, I'm like, lasagna? We're doing Italian? Okay.
I love it.
Usually, it would be ham and mashed potatoes. You do turkey at Thanksgiving and ham at Christmas, but
okay.
No, this year we're doing lasagna. And Italian foods. But our family is known for the desserts, 7 different types of cookies and dips and pies and whatever. You'll have this little stove of food and then 3 tables of desserts. Christmas used to be the one holiday where the family could actually stand each other. All the family would come for Christmas because it's Christmas and that's what you do. And you pretend that you like each other for at least the day, Then the next day you go back to hating each other. It's fine. I'm sure we're the only family that does that too, where it's I love you, I'm so grateful. And you run away and you're like, God, I can't stand them. Thank God I don't have to see them for another 364 days.
Well, I'm actually really impressed that you guys could do it for a whole day.
Yeah, a whole day.
Yeah, that's
a whole
good. I'm a couple hours.
6 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And John talking, I remember a tradition we have in my family that I didn't until now realize that nobody does, which is when it's midnight of the Christmas Eve, we go and hug each other and say Merry Christmas. And ever since I was a child, I could perceive that people were doing it from a space of I hate you, but I'm hugging you. and I was like, why the fuck do you guys do it? and the adults were hug me, and I was like, no, I don't want to. So yeah, that's and we do it in Christmas and then in the New Year's Eve. So it's a double dose of hugs.
Of hugging.
Yeah.
Do you do a countdown 10, 9, and then Merry Christmas, that kind of thing?
That kind of thing. And actually most of my family is Catholic. So, and there's a fun story that I want to tell, which is when it's the Christmas Eve, when it's midnight, people go and pray. They take their hands and they pray, and it's actually beautiful. The energy sometimes it's very from oneness, like John said, and and then there was I don't know 10, and my or like 12, and my grandfather had passed away like 4 years ago, like from that. And I saw his ghost there, like without a body. And I was like, Mom, Grandpa's here. She started crying in the middle of the prayer, and people were like, and like everybody got like, oh my God, like crying, and people started asking me questions, and I was like, no, I don't know, you know? Yeah. It's not
Oh,
that.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. I would love, so
I have a question.
when I go,
I want to know what you guys eat in Brazil for Christmas. We heard Canada. We haven't heard Cassy. We gotta get Cassy's take on the question that she just asked us as well. But I'm like, what do you guys do for Christmas with food?
So like my family we have like actual feasts. Like we have a lot of food. Like people can eat like 1/3 of the food we have, but it's like most of the times we don't have turkey too. Like Brazilians are not much of a turkey people. We actually have like a kind of chicken that's called Chester, which has like a big breast. So it's like yeah, it's like
I'm like 12. Jackpot.
Yeah, it's like
The big breast. I like that.
it's like a sassy chicken with a big breast. That's so funny. I hadn't thought about it because like Chester, it's the name we say, but people don't usually like make this connection of like big breasts and Chester, which is like chest. But like we eat this kind of chicken. We also eat like a lot of pasta. So because my family is Italian. So my family has a lot of lasagna, like John said, and I was like, oh my God, I love lasagna. And we also have almost like 3 or 4 kinds of pasta every Christmas. So it's a lot of pasta. And there's also like types of rices and mashed potatoes, like a lot of shit, truly. And dessert, it's like some 10 types of dessert too, like tarts and pies. Like my family, I think it's not like a base for what Brazilians do on Christmas. Most of the people do just like normal stuff, like this chicken. It's very famous, and we also have a thing that's like a ham, and it's called tender, which is like a ham where you put like cloves, and you put like an orange sauce on top of it. And yesterday I was seeing a video about like, because in America people use like cranberry sauce and stuff, and I was like, oh, that's so different. Like that must be. I want to try it. Yeah, but it's a lot of food, a lot of random food, because we don't actually celebrate Thanksgiving here, so like turkey, it's not a thing here. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. But thank you for sharing. Okay, I want to hear. Okay, so last year, so those of you that know, I 6 years ago ish got divorced. I have my kids. I'm like, Christmas is here. What am I gonna do now? I get to kind of create my own thing. But instead of creating my own thing, I actually just went to my sister's house and just kind of did their thing for a lot of years. Last year was the first year that I actually was like, what would I like to create for Christmas? If I could create anything, if I didn't have to stick to traditions, if I didn't have to do it the way that I'd ever done it before, and I could just create something with these kids, what would it be like? And then now this year I'm going through a similar but different process because we've changed so much. I would love to hear how you guys create. So how do you, because I personally, I don't know about you, but I don't like just showing up and letting like everyone else's reality dictate how like Christmas is gonna go. A little bit too much of a control freak for that. So I actually like to like be in an energy of creation and not necessarily planning everything out, but asking for like, so for me, I ask for different energies. Like what could we choose that would create this energy of like oneness, communion, of joy, of childlike wonder, and that kind of stuff. I'd love to hear from you guys. I don't want to go in order. I just want you guys to be random. I love that Charlie's running around being a joyful little magical guy right now. So how do you guys create, and what are some of the things that you've done or that you are doing to create your Christmas coming up? Go, someone.
Well, I'll jump in. Like I said, I struggle with not being oneness. And like when Tori and I were sitting back, she said, okay, some people are going to be worried. And I told Tori, if they don't want to come because they know I never follow some of the rules, they don't have to come. And I let people know that. But the oneness is more important to me, of like having my children there. And even my kids, I hate ex. Sheree is always invited. My kid's mom is invited because I want to do something so different, because I really think that the planet needs more of oneness, especially right now. And so I'm going to do whatever it takes to create oneness with whoever comes by, they come by. And I'm going to invite more people than probably I should. But I really, that oneness thing just keeps on. And that's what I'm really trying to create, because I was thinking about this at the beginning of this month. I'm sick of the separation. I'm over it. It's so 2000. I'm like, we're 2020. What would it take for us to celebrate oneness? And so I'm inviting people. I tell people, hey, look, be aware of this. If you've been sick, please don't come. But if you're not, come on by. And the gathering, because I realized that a lot of the people that I invited were like so excited, like, you're going to still do this? I'm like, yeah, I'm going to still do this, because I think the planet is asking for us to step outside of the box. And I'm like you, Cassie. I was like, I know I do Christmas different than what my parents have done Christmas, other than inviting people. My parents always invited a lot of people, but it's just like, I'm gonna let my locks down and I'm actually gonna just be me. And I'm gonna cook a lot of food. And like people are like, you cooked all this food? I'm like, I cooked the food because at the end, this is like the end of the year celebration of oneness, and I want you to come celebrate that with me.
Oh, I love it.
Can I piggyback off of what John
said?
Because one of the things that he's talking to, like for me, looking at, like, I get to have control because they're coming to my house. So just if you out there control freaks, if they come to your place, you're in charge of this thing.
Good to know.
But also for me, it's this place of the fact that I know what works for me in the holidays and what doesn't. Like, and I'm willing to let people know, like how John's saying, like, you don't want to come, then don't come. That's fine. There's been gatherings with the family where someone will say something stupid or they try to start a fight or whatever, and I'm the first one to go, hey, shut your mouth. End. Done. We're not doing it. Like, you want to do that? Get out of my house. Like, we're not going there. But there's a place in that where it's like, you've got to know what works for you. Like, set the standard for you. Choose for you. Mm. So, like, what you want for Christmas, what do you want for the holidays, whatever holiday you're celebrating, it's like, what works for you with that? Does it work for you to be around your family? Like, working in my line as a therapist, a lot of times I've had conversations with people where the family doesn't get along. Okay, well, is it kind to you if you and your family don't get along for you to go see your family? Like, what if you're not wrong for not seeing your family during the holidays? And it goes along with the thing with John on oneness too. It's like looking at this idea of oneness or being connected to people. It's also being connected through distance also. It's like if the person can't come, because I know there are ways people right now can't travel at all. It doesn't mean that you don't get to be connected with them. It's like you're separate, but you're not. You're separate, but you're not disconnected. Yeah. So knowing what works for you and just ask for it. Like, I like what you said, Cassie, at the beginning. It's like you ask for different energies. It's like, what if that's all it took? What if all it took was a request of the universe, the world, a demand of you to have what works for you in the holidays? And I mean, there's 6 of us here, and I don't think we have some similar foods or similar decoration, like little similarities. But I guarantee you, if you came to each of our homes, our Christmases look totally different. But we're all in our holiday. Mm-hmm. Like, we're there. So that would be my advice with that. You know, choose what works for you, and then don't make yourself wrong for what you're choosing.
I love that, John.
Possibilities class, can't you? Yep. Yep.
Yep. And we're all in our holiday. That's such a really cool thing to claim, that it is your holiday. And you can be in it, and you can create it, and you can choose it. I love it so much. Who else wants to share?
I want to share it.
Okay.
It's such an invitation what you guys showed because like this is my first Christmas knowing about like the tools of Xmas because like the previous year I knew Xmas in like November, so in Christmas I really didn't apply anything. But oh my god, like I'm wondering what I can create different this year. And I love this what Cassie said, like asking for different energies. Like what what phenomenons can appear in Christmas? Like what? I don't know. I'm excited. And it just like I'm so excited for this year because my family like they haven't seen each other for like 6 or 7 months because we're still in lockdown here in Brazil. Like not total lockdown, we can go in the street, but like my family didn't see each other. So I'm wondering like what oneness energy could show up, you know? I think that's it.
I just got like all these pictures in my head. That's so cool. Yeah. Yeah. And what like totally out of the box things can we be creating rather than looking at I can't, we can't do this, It's like, oh, we wonder what is possible. Wonder what we can create this year that we've never been able to create before. Love it. Go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Creating for Christmas. So I've been asking this actually for well, Christmas is it's a big thing for my parents. They don't do lots of friends, so this kind of holiday is quite significant in their world. And I've been asking if I was creating my life and I was choosing for me and being a leader, what would I choose? What would be fun? What would I like to create as my reality here? So I have been looking at specifically like what's fun for me, truly. What would I like this time of year? Every day for me is a joy and a celebration. I wake up every single day. What grand and glorious adventures? Who am I? What grand and glorious adventures can I have? And every day is so joyful and so exciting. And I generally choose that space of what the hell is exciting and what would I like to do now? And asking to increase that more and more and more over the last couple of months, it's like, if I wasn't buying into the expectations of what's required and that I should go and spend those days with family, what would I like to create, and so last year was brilliant. Last year went to a friend's house and they're also in access consciousness, and we had a whole group of just our friends here and we played this hilarious game and we ate way too much food and it was so fun and it was an incredible invitation and really the starting point for me to start to change some of my points of view about what Christmas is and what I've learned. And I'm like, more of that. And, I'm getting messages from my parents every day. You're coming down from Christmas. I haven't seen them in over 12 months. And will this create my future is my question. Will this create what I'd like to see in the world? And is this an invitation for people to choose greater? I like to be that invitation and present a different possibility for the world. A lot of my friends, and I love listening to you guys. You guys are all excited about Christmas. In Australia, I'm not sure that is the kind of key thing, or at least with the people that I hang around. Christmas is kind of a non-event. It's another day to spend way too much money, eat too much food, and hang out with people that you don't like to hang out with. So what if we did the opposite of that and we went, what would be fun for me? What would my body like to eat? I mean, I still love prawn cocktails, and that's kind of a thing. That's a tradition in Australia. I have prawn cocktails for breakfast. And what would I like to eat? What would my body like to eat? Who would I like to play with? Who would, who can I get? I nearly said that out loud on live. Who can I sunbake with around the pool for Christmas? That would be way too much fun. And so just asking those questions.
There's the question.
There we go.
Yeah. Yeah, you guys all picked up exactly what I was about to say.
Alesha, I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you eat Vegemite on Christmas?
Jesus.
In the past,
Okay, chill with the Aussie stereotypes.
in the past, absolutely not. It's like we eat at least every hour for Christmas Day, starting at when the children wake up, which is the sun is up at like 4 a.m. in Australia. So like that's Christmas present time. And then it's like food and then food and then food and then food and then food. And I could probably tell you, like, we do all of the meats. We do all of the salads. We cook so much food. This food is like the central component of what Christmas is for my family. And still, even with friends, it's like food is the central component. And way too much alcohol, which makes everything so much better. Everyone's shaking their head. Should I not say that out loud?
No, it's perfect. I love it.
We eat like champagne for breakfast, prawn cocktails, then ham and tomato on toast, and then chicken, and then more ham, and then lamb, and then beef, and then it's mad. It's mad. And then that is why we are asleep at 3 o'clock, because we've eaten so much food. Like our body's like, oh my God, I need to sleep.
So drunk and full. You have to take a nap.
Yeah. Plus it's filthy hot. Like, I don't know if you guys do Celsius. It's like where I grew up in the country, it is filthy hot. It's like 45 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is. That's crazy hot.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, Alan, I want to hear from you. Tell us, what are you creating this Christmas, and how are you creating it?
Thanks for asking. My Christmases look a little different because last year I was working, and then this year I'm also working. So I work away from home. So, oh my goodness, Charlie's watching a movie behind me. So basically Christmas looks like hanging out with Charlie before I go back to work, because I work a 2-week rotation. So I'm leaving on the 22nd, and then I get back on January 5th. But I'm
so
not
you're having like an early Christmas?
Well, I'll probably do something with Charlie. Yeah, my family is undecided, because in Calgary and Alberta here we went into lockdown. So you're supposed to not see anybody that's not in your household for like the next 4 weeks. And so I basically told everybody that I'm living my life and that I can hang out if they would like to. So I'm just enjoying my time with Charlie, and sort of like really taking this time to like create what I would like. I mean, to be honest, I didn't really want to work this Christmas. I don't really have a choice. I'd love to be home and see Charlie on Christmas morning and hang out with his mom, because we do get along, and like it's fun to be together, to see Charlie, all of that stuff. And he's so excited about Santa Claus. He asked me just before the live what I was getting for Christmas, and I told him that I probably wasn't getting anything, because I'm not doing a gift exchange with my family. And he was like, "Oh, he's like, you on Santa's naughty list?" I was like, no, I'm not, but I hope not. I don't know. So it's pretty cool, because it's like a very real thing for him, and I sort of forget that sometimes. So just helping him enjoy a really good, awesome time in Christmas. So yeah, that's about it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love it. Yeah. We've actually been going for quite a while. Are we ready to play a game? We're going to play, or does anyone have anything else they want to say? Or should we just get into the game?
I want to hear tidbits from Cassie. It seems kind of like lopsided that we're all sharing, and we're like,
you're kind of a team.
Yeah. Oh. What's going on in the Cassy world?
Okay, first
I'll take no gibby.
John, I love that your dog's there, and I feel like he should have like those fake antlers, like the dog from the Grinch cartoon. No?
Yes.
Yeah.
The little twigs on her head. So she can look like a little reindeer. She's like, let me go to sleep. She's like, I'm just here, you do you, boo. I'm just taking a nap.
Just relaxing. Oh, I love it. So this was actually going to be my first Christmas not seeing my kids. They were going, And that was like I'm going to be honest. I pouted and I did this and I was like, I'm not celebrating Christmas. It's fine. Yeah. I was being a total child. It was awesome. And then I was like, okay, if I wasn't a victim, what did I choose and what am I creating? And I started to really get a sense of all this possibility, which was awesome. And then what actually I just discovered today is that I get them Christmas Eve now, and I'll have them Christmas morning. So schedule's rearranged as if by magic. I don't know, maybe I asked a question and got what I wanted already.
Back to the control freak.
No, you can't. No, yeah, you can't do that. That wasn't.
No, it just happened.
You're not that powerful. What are you talking about?
So I just started to play with the question of what would I like to create this year, and I'll probably ask the boys when I see them because I like to create with my kids. So I've created like massive things in our lives with them. So I invite them like, what would you like out of Christmas? And it can be logistics, like I want to eat this or I want to do this, but we also talk about energy a lot. So it's like you think of like that as a kid. In Canada, we have a lot of snow. So you like run out on Christmas morning and it's snowing and it's so magical. It's like that big fat snow, and it's like slowly fluttering and that energy of like, oh my God, like what if anything is possible? And like, okay, that I would like that. However that shows up, I don't care. I just want that energy in my Christmas. And I want Charlie is like a chick magnet or I don't know. He just pulls my energy. He's so sweet. And and that wonder and that play and that magic and curiosity and I love presents and so all that stuff. So I'll start playing with it. And for me, it's just asking questions. That's how I create. I start to ask questions and then I look at what do I need to choose that would create this to be greater than I ever imagined possible. No matter what. Oh. Right?
John has a dog. Ellen has a kid. Who am I gonna cuddle here? Let's go.
You should be jealous of the Charlie cuddles for sure.
Oh, yeah. And then I've also been looking at this year, which is different. So for me, it's always been like my immediate family. Like, okay, I've been my kids and then my mom, my sisters, that kind of stuff. But I've been actually looking at like if I was celebrating Christmas with the world, like what would I create? So if I like John, like you're talking about this oneness thing, I was like, but what if I was actually and which is part of what inspired the show for me. What if I was celebrating Christmas with everyone that celebrates Christmas or the holidays or whatever they're celebrating around this time? And what I like to create in that way. And so I've had some fun ideas that have been coming and I've been like playing with those. But yeah, I would like to celebrate not in my little corner, like in my little cave with these people that I've decided that like I have to put up with because it's Christmas or that I love so that it's okay to have them, but to actually like be that energy with the world. That's some of my Christmas asks this year. Yeah. Thanks for asking.
Awesome.
All right. Are we going to play a game?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So this game is, let me look at my notes.
Fire up the game machine, Twyla.
We actually have a special treat. Okay. So we're going to take the classic Christmas story and we're going to do this Mad Lib style. Okay. So we're going to create the ultimate Christmas story of all time. And then we're going to take turns reading it. Are you ready? So I'm going to ask questions and then you guys just tell me what it is. And then we're going to fill in the blanks. I don't know if you guys have ever played Mad Libs before, but basically we have some questions. Okay. It's easy. No challenge. I'll just ask things. You throw out a word and then we're going to read a story together. And then we're going to end this thing and go drink more. It's going to be amazing.
Like the first word that comes or like filter it a bit?
Ooh. I think like the most ridiculous and outrageous, the better. So if that's like the first thing, then yes.
That's covered. That's covered.
Oh my God.
All
Oh my God.
Okay,
There's a few
John
X-Men here.
Ashford.
Huh?
John Ashford, you're first. I want you to give me a location. So it could be a place, it's a store, it's something. Give me a location.
Voodoo Donuts.
Yes! I miss Voodoo Donuts. It's so good. I have a mug. I got the magic's in the hole.
Yes. It is.
A hole in the middle of my mug. I'm not kidding. Okay. Okay, Alesha, choose somebody in this group, and it can be you.
Enzo.
Okay. All right. Alan, pick an item of clothing, plural.
An item of clothing.
Yeah.
Can you come back to me for a sec?
Okay.
Sorry.
All right. John Wheeler, I want you to pick a place in your home that you hate cleaning.
The bathroom, of course. Nobody wants to clean that. Hello.
Nobody wants to clean the bathroom.
Unless you're
like,
getting
ever.
paid for it. I mean,
Like, nicely paid. Yeah. Okay, Alan, an item of clothing.
A thong.
Yeah.
Plural. S.
Wrong.
Thongs.
Thongs.
You know that's flip-flops in Australia, so we're talking
Yeah.
about shoes.
Well, I was referring to flip flops, so that's.
Oh, good.
You were talking about panties? Okay.
Either one.
We all know.
Okay, Enzo, I want you to give me the person you most admire. And if they're watching this, they're gonna be like touched. I know it.
I'm gonna say you, Cassie.
Oh wow.
Like seriously. No, yeah, like it was the first one that popped, like truly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Enzo,
It's true. You can cry, that's okay.
Aw, thank you. That's a lot of receiving right now. Okay. Okay. Brain. Someone give me your oldest family member. John Wheeler.
like their
Oldest-
name
your
or
oldest family
their
member.
age?
Let's do name.
Nancy.
Nancy? Okay. All right. Okay. Alesha, the last friend you spoke to on the phone.
Viv.
Okay. John.
Actually, I think it was Silas. Yeah, let's go, Silas.
Okay. John, I want a guilty pleasure.
Which what?
A guilty pleasure.
I can say anything.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Are you serious? Oh my God. Is this live? Okay.
This is live.
I'm gonna say like Prince Head.
What?
Huh?
I guess you guys head. Does that translate any place else? A guilty pleasure.
Like receiving, like, are you talking about receiving oral sex?
Or oral sex, yes.
Okay.
Like I'm a dirty old man. Alan, quit looking at me like that. I'm trying to say anything.
Right.
Oh, that's better.
To bring us up a level. Let's do this.
That was epic.
Okay, that's so
Giving
good.
and receiving. I'll put that on there.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Okay, Alan.
The fuck?
Why? I have to go after that? There's no way I can top that. That's what I can say right
Follow
now.
the train.
This will be easy for you.
Follow
A
the train.
celebrity,
Okay.
a celebrity you have a crush on.
Oh, a celebrity I have a crush on. Oh, shit. Emma Watson.
Do it. Knew you're gonna pick her. All right. She's so cute. Okay, Enzo. What is? Give us a body part, plural.
Breasts, like the sassy chicken. Chester. Yeah, breasts.
Okay, Alesha, what are you wearing right now?
Short onesie. Short onesie.
Oh my God.
It has to have the short before.
Yeah, because it's a new thing. It's a Christmas thing for today.
Oh, I think we all want to see now, though.
Yes, Santa's helper.
What was your short onesie? No? Maybe?
You some more.
Okay, it's beautiful. I love it. Okay. John Wheeler, what is the most comfortable thing that you own? Oh, she's so cute.
That's a great question.
I would say his dog.
I was gonna say that, but you said most comfortable thing you own, right?
Yeah, the most comfortable.
I mean, she is
thing you own.
probably my suit coats. I actually like my suit coats.
Your suit coats. Yeah, I love the red one. It's my
The
favorite.
little velvety one. That's a nice one.
Oh, I just want to like touch you in it.
Have yourself a very sexy Christmas, everyone.
Okay, John, give us an action. For example, walk, talk, jump.
Swim.
Okay, all right. Enzo, give us, wait a minute. No, Alan, I haven't talked to you for a while. A vehicle or a mode of transportation.
Oh, a Hummer.
Okay.
I'm sorry, dirty mind.
Enzo, give us a type of animal.
A platypus. I was going to say duck, but duck was kind of lame, so I was with platypus.
Okay, I'm gonna do the number one because it's kind of boring. So the number is gonna be 13, obviously, because it's the best number that ever there was. John, give me the quietest person you know. John Ashford.
You did, John.
Makita.
Oh, okay. Makita. Can you spell that?
Makeda.
All right. I'm going to pretend to write it down, but really my producer's writing it down. She's amazing. Okay. Who's going to do this one? Who's going to do this one? Alan, somebody controversial.
Jordan Peterson.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, fuck, I don't really. Well, just say Trump then.
No. Dude, tell us about him. What's controversial about him?
Oh, well, that's not that. That's a long conversation.
Okay.
He's a professor. He's a Canadian professor who has. Well, he's a professor of psychology, and he has some opinions about certain. Like I'm not going to go into it because it's like not really to do with the subject, but.
All right, that guy. All right. All right, last question. John Wheeler, what's your pet's name?
Her name is Lily.
Lily! Yay! Okay, so our magical producer is writing away like a mad woman. She is going to, when she's done writing everything, she's going to take a photo of this story. And then she's going to put it in our thread. And then we're going to take turns. We each have a line, and we're going to read the greatest of all time Christmas story for everyone here listening. You're so welcome. I already know it's going to be amazing. Super excited.
The greatest Australian Christmas ever told.
Ever told. And I do recommend, if anyone is feeling down this Christmas, maybe just read the story to yourself. Oh, she already did it. Look at her.
Where is it?
It's in the What's Up thread.
Ow, be back.
Off who reads what?
It's actually handwritten. Hello. Is that not the greatest producer ever?
I think so.
We love
Okay,
you,
are you
Ty.
ready? All right. Are you ready for the night before Christmas? Okay, let's just wait. John's got to get his thing. Everyone take a sip of water. Get ready. Okay. 'Twas the night before Christmas, when all through the voodoo donuts, not a creature was stirring, not even Enzo.
The thongs were hung by the bathroom with care in hopes that Cassy would soon be there.
Nancy and Silas were nestled snug in their beds, while visions of oral sex danced in their heads.
I'm crying. Wait a minute. Oh, fuck. So, and Emma Watson on short onesies and I in my suit coat had just settled our breast for a long winter swing.
When what do my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature Hummer and 13 tiny platypuses.
With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Makita.
Oh, it's me. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen. On Comet, on Jordan, on Lily and Blitzen. Emma, am I doing this? Oh yeah, I have to do this last one too. Emma Watson sprung to the Hummer. To the team gave a whistle, and they all flew away like the down of a thistle.
Oh my god. That's history. That's history being written.
Soon to be published, available for all children around the globe.
The upcoming children's novel, yeah.
Oh my god.
I think we learned something though. If you add thongs, Hummers, and oral sex to Christmas, you're gonna have a better one.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would have to agree. Yeah, and maybe Emma Watson too. I don't know.
Maybe Emma.
Hey guys, we're gonna check back in and see if we all add those 4 things to Christmas. You know, in our thread. No one else needs to know.
Okay.
We'll give a rating on Christmas this year.
For sure.
Yeah. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this Christmas special. This was so much fun. I adore every single one of you. I'm so grateful for you being here. And we will have a Merry Christmas. We're taking a break on the show, so we'll see you in a couple of weeks. And bye, guys. Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
See ya.
Bye.
Bye-bye.